Oh shit! I just got my fucking email for the digital download for the new ukulele book. Ain't that something? Okay. Hi everybody, welcome back to Forager. So I said I might make a third video in the previous one, and I went on to actually finish the game on that file I was playing in part 2, so there's no point in me playing that file. But I have still got the file I played in part 1, and I haven't touched it since part 1. So I'm just going to casually play a bit. I'll do some cuts, because I've got a few things I want to talk about, but there's sort of a thing I want to do. I want to break the game, basically, and it might take a few hours. So I don't know if I'm actually going to show that whole process, but we'll see how it pans out. But anyway, so let's just jump into the game that we were doing in part 1. So we're back. Now, where can I start here? What would be the best way to start? Probably by cutting to when I figured it out. Let's talk a little bit. Let's have a little bit of conversation, shall we? Fuck you, you stupid fairy bitch. I don't have factories yet. No, I don't. There's a lot of things I clearly do not have yet. If I remember rightly, because this is one of the first things I want to talk about, okay? Between part 2 and this part, I saw a video which was fucking incredible, right? Some guy on YouTube had broken this game entirely. And it's still entirely breakable right now. I did it in my file that I was using in part 2. Basically, there's an item or a structure called a lighthouse. And within its range, which is quite small at first, but you can make it larger with skill. Within its range, all resources will be like, you'll get more resources within its range. So if I was to chop down this tree now and then run away from it, you'd see you get 3 logs. If that was within the radius of a lighthouse, I'd get 6 or 7 logs. And if I doubled the power of the lighthouses, it would make the range. So if I put one here, it would sort of cover most of this island, but when you get the skill that doubles it, it would cover this island as well. And there are like certain buffs, upgrades and things you can get later down the line, which will make you get more resources. Okay, so we've got the next skill upgrade, so I'm going to need to actually hyper focus on what skills are going to be needed to make this break work. So give me a second. Right, of course. Yes. In order to level up quicker, we might need to we may need to hyper focus on this. Although actually, unlock steel, unlock. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, we are going to take that. So one of the most important things. Okay, I should have shown you that. One of the most important things right at the beginning in terms of making this break work is that you need to get this here, gain 20% more experience. At the beginning of the game, for like the first 20 levels, that's supremely efficient and helpful. Later down the line, not so much. But to get where we're going, that is so useful. So that'll be the next big upgrade to make sure that we're earning XP twice as fast. Until then, we're just going to keep mining resources, so I've got plenty of them sitting in my inventory to turn into what I need to turn them into. We need a lot of coal, which means we need a lot of wood. We need a lot of stuff. We're going to need a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, actually, the guy I watched, it took him 4 hours to make this break work, because it takes a while to actually farm the resources necessary to make this function properly. First things first, you need to actually get to the point where you can start planting lighthouses, because the first lighthouse obviously speeds things up a bit, because any resources you mine in the area you'll get more. So that's the first like big hurdle to get over, and then after that you can start placing more lighthouses and more lighthouses and more lighthouses, and as you level up you can get skills that will help you get more experience, help you get more stuff from the resources you farm around the lighthouses, and eventually you'll be digging up the ground and getting like 20k sand for every dig, and you'll sell that to a market and you'll get a bunch of money for it. There's like a whole big thing to making this work, and I mean, I'm not really doing anything this evening, so I might do the whole thing, but I'm only doing this video for now. Speaking of which, actually, while I'm doing this, let's discuss a topic. Why not? I don't get to do that all too often. But there's been a few things that I've been doing lately that I can talk about. For starters, I've been playing Burnout Paradise. I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video, but in case I haven't, yep, I've been playing Burnout Paradise. I wanted to make a video on it, actually. I was thinking about it before I started making this video. I was thinking, you know what? I'd really love to play a bit of Burnout Paradise on video, because like the last time I did it, the quality wasn't great. You know, the video didn't come out very high quality, even though I recorded it in HD. I really, to this day, don't know what happened there, to be honest. It was supposed to be HD, but it just came out shit. Since I have the remastered version, I've been playing it, I thought, why don't I play it? Issue there, Burnout Paradise is filled with copyright music. And if you turn the music off, the game is rather silent. So, sort of in a bind there. Either I leave the music on and risk the video getting blocked worldwide, because luckily that didn't happen with the two videos I did on the 360. But with these videos on the PS4, there's no way of knowing. No way of knowing. It could happen. It could happen. I could upload them and suddenly, boom, blocked in 5 countries. You never know. So, I mean, it's a big risk. I might take it, but I'll have to see how it goes. It's coming up close to my channel's 10th anniversary, actually. Or 5th anniversary. What am I thinking? Sorry. I was watching multi-classic gamer Aaron playing Luigi's Mansion earlier, and he mentioned that his 10th anniversary is next year of his channel. So I think I just confused myself a bit there. I really, really want to thank him, actually, for doing videos with me the few times he did. I know we're not the best of friends, you know, in terms of like talking, because we haven't even really talked in a couple of years. But you know, I'm thankful to everyone who's sat with me to play a game and deal with my bullshit to make a video, because making videos with people is not as easy as just sitting down and recording. You know, there's a lot of planning involved in getting someone to come and sit with you to make a video. I mean, the biggest example of that for the most part is my brother, because he's done the most stuff with me over the years. And I mean, that right there is just hell on earth, trying to get him to do a video, because he only visits once a month. And during that time, he's, you know, hyper focused on different people at different times. And to sit with me for a whole hour to do a video or two, like out of the 5-6 days he's down every month, is like, it's really difficult to make that work. So anyway, we've got another skill, so let's get that 20% experience upgrade, because that'll help with the breaking of this game that we're going to do. I have no idea actually if I'm going to be able to do this evening. I say I can, but I really don't know. It's going to be quite difficult to judge this, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I have no food. Oh, sorry, no, what am I saying? I do have food. I have beets. I'm on that beet. Oh, I've got beets up here. Here we go. Mine more cotton, more XP. Yeah, we'll level up. We'll level up. It will happen. It'll be fine. How much wood have I got? 93. Okay, let's keep mining wood. Okay, what could be a big step here? Oh. Yes, more wallet space would definitely be good. Yes, let's get an extra flower. All we've got to farm at the moment is trees. This is not helpful. This is really not helpful, having this fairy here at all. It would have been nice if this had been a different island type for grassland, to be fair, because I'm going to need like this whole area around here for lighthouses if I'm going to be doing this break. Okay, so where are we with? Okay, let's make 26 coal there out of the wood we've been farming. We're almost leveled up again. If we actually, this fairy would level us up. Can we get that fairy? Can you come over here, fairy? Oh no, he was right in my reach for 1 second there. Did you see that? The X came up for like a single second, and then he fucked off into the middle. Goddamn fairy. Okay, right. Well, anyway, we can upgrade our backpack, which we're going to need for more space to store things. As for experience, I mean, we're slowly getting there. We're going to be there pretty soon. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please, let me get it. Let me get it, please. Let me get it. 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 Please, 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 please. Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. I was really begging there. All right, let's wait to get this backpack as well. So we've got the storage upgrade. Okay, adds 4 more inventory slots. Goody goody gumdrops. All right. So the next big skill to get would probably be the steel, because we need to move towards that area where we can get the lighthouses, because that's going to be the big thing. So let's yeah, let's just start with this one, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let me just check here. Not useful yet. Torches, structures cost 25% less wood. And we're going to have to move through the ranks here, all things considered. Forges create 4 extra coins every time. Yeah, that's not going to be useful. Storage might be useful. For now, the steel is more useful. I'm not sure what we can actually... I don't think we have anything we can actually build it with it yet. No, we haven't actually unlocked anything to build with it yet. We're going to have to work through the experience slowly but surely there. We haven't even started making iron and gold ingots yet. We haven't got the ability to make a shovel yet. We can upgrade my pickaxe though, actually, if I make iron, so I'm going to do that. Oh god, that's a... yeah, okay, fine. We'll use up all the coal. By the time that's all done anyway, we'll have more wood to make more coal. Oh god, it's a long, arduous process, this whole thing. But, you know, it's fun. You have a lot of fun playing this game. Alright, we have the iron ingots, so we can make the next upgraded pickaxe now. And that will allow us to mine faster, which means we'll get things faster. The slow process here. Okay, so what's the next thing? What's the next big thing to talk about? Yeah, that's a fun little thing. About a week ago, my dad decided to plug in his plug-and-play device, which we got years ago when we were on holiday. It was from like a random store, but it's a really neat little device. It's is it a Namco one, I think? It's got like Pac-Man on it and Galaxian, Dig Dug. I think that's Capcom. No, not Capcom. What's Bandai? I can't bloody remember what it is. But yeah, anyway, you get the point. It's a neat little plug-and-play device, and I decided to record him while he was playing a bit. So I might decide to shove that clip in here. I don't know if I will though, but there you go. It was nice. I got to play a little bit as well. I enjoy playing Pac-Man. I got the highest score on it, about 20,000, which is only about 4 levels in. But you know, I'm not the greatest at Pac-Man. No one really is. And that plug and play is really terrible as well, because it uses the old arcade stick. You know, if I played Pac-Man on my Raspberry Pi, I'd be using a modern styled controller rather than an old stick. So, but yeah. Anyway, I thought that was neat. Yes, another big thing. The Stardew Valley update came out, the multiplayer update. I have been trying in vain to get people to play it with me. I really have. But I cannot get anyone to make to play a multiplayer game of Stardew Valley with me. And it sucks, because I really did want to play a multiplayer farm on Stardew Valley. There were a lot of games I wanted to play multiplayer, actually, that I just don't have anyone to play them with. Like, I would have loved to have done like a throwback sort of multiplayer Minecraft session, or a multiplayer Terraria, and now multiplayer Stardew Valley that I can't do. Alright, level 9. Okay, so hopefully... I need to remember exactly which skill in the tree here I should be selecting in order to move through to the next big thing. Okay, that's... which one's more important to go for? Storage we don't need yet. You know what, we'll go for this, just so that we can hopefully work towards the next big thing. Furnaces and forges both work 25% faster. Unlocks boots and gloves. We might have to unlock furnaces. Yeah, that might be the next unlock. Alright. So now we just need to continue our slow process. Leather is pretty fucking useless as it stands right now because we don't have any animals yet. We just need to keep farming, really. Get the experience to, you know, get the things we need. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd already wasted points on things that aren't really useful for this kind of run, it would be a lot quicker. But, you know, since I've wasted some experience, then I'm afraid this is what I have to do. Ah, right, yes, of course. I do need to unlock the gloves, actually, next. The gloves and boots. Because they have buffs on them, permanent buffs, which are going to be super useful to have. But first we have to do some mining. I could, since I gain XP from getting structures, I could just potentially keep placing down the same structures over again. I could just delete this, then place it again, delete it, place it again, delete it, place it again. Of course, the issue with that is going to be keeping my energy up every time I have to delete it. So better off just waiting around for things to spawn in, really. But I mean, I suppose it wouldn't help to do a couple of destructos on the structures and then bring them back. I mean, which is going to be worth the most? Probably the sewing station. So let's destroy the sewing station and then replace it. Industrial sewing station. Boom, there we go. 18 free XP. Nice. Some XP from the fairy. Literally nothing else to do right now. There's a tree now. I still need to work on that Red Dead Redemption video, or videos I should say. There's going to be multiple. There's 2.5 hours of footage, and I'm not going to be editing them down all that much, which means I'm probably going to end up with 5 videos there. Half an hour clips cut into whatever they need to be cut into. But man, I don't know when I'm going to get around to doing that. Probably not before my 5th channel anniversary. I'm gonna really need to think about that, honestly. They need to be done though. They have to be done. They're the last thing other than the Neverwinter videos that I have in terms of new stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now, slime? Fuck you. You just jump in here and spawn on me. But yeah, anyway, so I do definitely need to work on those Red Dead videos. God, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. I really don't. Boots and gloves, or okay, they're both going to be useful, but I think for now boots and gloves, because I think the gloves make you work faster, and the boots make you move faster. Craftsmanship, raw steel, raw clothing, the market. Jewelry, amulets. Ah, the amulets, super important. Yeah, the amulets are, they give you more resources as well. But I don't know which way to go here in terms of working towards the lighthouse structures. It's going to take a while. Oh, I think the lighthouses are actually at the end of one of the rows, so I'm going to need quite a bit more experience before we get there. Okay, so we can make the boots now. Yeah. Gloves and boots. We can make boots, which will let us move around faster. Takes iron and thread and jelly, so that's fine. The gloves are going to require bones, which are an issue, because we don't actually have bones. And if I get more islands going, then I'm not going to have the space for the lighthouses. So let's get the basic boots, so that we can move around a bit faster at the very least. Okay, so there's one last thing that I have to talk about, and we're at like 32 minutes recording currently, so I'm probably gonna have to cut at some point soon. I could make another video if I wanted, I suppose. I don't know anymore, man. Things are getting confusing lately. Alright, boots. Move speed increased by 24% gives a 10% chance to avoid attacks. Ah, goody gumdrops. One last thing I've got to talk about. Dark crystal. Now, I know I already said in a previous Forager video that I watched the Dark Crystal. I don't think I went into too much detail about it, but it was a super enjoyable series that used the same puppetry as the original. They brought in some of the most talented puppeteers in the world to work on that show, and of course they had the Jim Henson Company involved, because why the hell wouldn't they? And that included Jim Henson's own daughter, who's directing the show, and I watched the behind the scenes documentary, and that's what I was going to say is after watching the show and after briefly mentioning it in the previous videos, they uploaded or they put up a documentary on the making of the show, and it is a phenomenal documentary. It's about an hour and 25 minutes, and it goes through all the aspects of the creation of Age of Resistance, and it's just the amount of work involved in making a show like that is absolutely unbelievable, and the amount of talent involved with that show is incredible. So I mean, I'm in love with it. I really am. It was a really fun watch, and it's unfortunate because for the amount of quality that you get out of a show like that, it takes a really long time to make them, and it's probably going to be a year and a half before we even really hear about the release of another season. I imagine they'll make another season, but because of how long it takes to make these kinds of things, it took them, I think, 3 years to make this. Actually, yeah, they said that in the documentary. They said I think they said the original movie, they only had 3 months or 6 months or something to make it. I think it was 6 months, or maybe it was 8. It was less than a year. But the Age of Resistance series, apparently it took them 3 years to make. They took 3 years to make it. So if it took them 3 years to make this, then I imagine it's going to take another couple of years at least to make the next one. If they started working on it, especially like immediately after finishing the first season, which I doubt, then yeah, we're not going to see anything about it till the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. Be interesting to see, you know, what comes of such a magnificent series, though, because it is brilliant. But yeah, that's the last thing I have to talk about anyway for this video. Slowly but surely working on this. I don't know why I did part 2 the way I did, to be honest, at this point, because I could have just continued with this file and done this whole thing. But then again, when I made those videos, I had no idea of this break that you can do. So that'll be it for this video. I don't know how long it's going to come to with cuts. I'll try to keep it as consistent as possible. But seeing as my 5th channel anniversary is coming up, I'm not sure what's going to happen with making more of these for now, or whether I'll wait till after the 5th channel thing is over. But my voice is getting very at the moment. I think I don't talk very often, so it's I'm dying. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. And it's not September anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to end this video with. What's a thing that I've been listening to lately? I've got a perfect song, actually. It's so fucking dumb, okay? And it's anime as hell, but it has to be said. This song is a bopper.